Hey, what's up, guys? This is Samuel G. So this is number one. Um, this is number one of the uh, the mini series I was talking to you guys about. So it's about the holy trinity of RPGs, and I received some good reaction today from some of the members of the the RPG brigade, and so I'm really happy with the comments I've seen and all that, but. At the same time, I just want to make sure everybody understand why I'm doing this. Like the first thing first, I mean, it might sound a little reductionistic, that say that all the hours and hours of content people are putting out on YouTube and in the podcast, you know, um, all comes down to these three principles. And I don't want to be reductionist or reductionistic when I'm saying this, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's to me like let's it is a variation on the same theme, right? You can discuss all you want about communication. So this is the topic of this number one. Talk to the players. You can talk to the players is just about communication, developing communication skills. So all the topics that discuss the fundamental fact that you need to talk to the players to see what the game's expectations are, or the fact that you need to talk to the players to set some kind of a social contract, just to see what we want to do, when we want to do, how we want to do it, why we want to do it, who do we want to play with, you know all that. I mean, it all comes down to talk to the players. Now, most people, you know when they hear the talk to the players sentence or expression or advice, they most of the time they feel like they use it because to talk about the problematic behaviors around the table. But I mean, it is not just about that, and it comes down to basic communication. When I was reading the comment, um, Tim Harper mentioned it. It is about one of the most fundamental aspect of this hobby is the fact that we need to communicate with one another what we want to do. So now, uh, I don't want to sound condescending here, but it is a language-based hobby. It is a narrative one where you talk together with other people, and you need to take decisions, make decisions, propose ideas, and all that. So it's kind of a little bit obvious that you need to talk to the players. Now the thing is that it's not obvious for everyone, because some people are shy, some people are have low self-esteem, some people are introvert or whatever, some people have communication problem issues of all kinds. So therefore, and sometimes also it's not about all that, but you play with people you don't know, because sometimes it's in a convention. Yeah, there's so many distinction, the different environment for this hobby. So sometimes you are in an environment where saying out loud what you think and how you feel is not necessarily so. It's not necessarily easy. So therefore, the talk to the player advice become an easy one, very very generic, and it encompass all these discussion, these topics. So when you please remember that this mini series about vlogging and talking and discussion about RPG and podcasting, and all the people that do game design or game theory, and they keep on hammering that advice. It doesn't mean anything now for most people, at least for me, and I know other people feel like that. And especially when some people, you know when some people just ends their conversation with, you gotta talk to your players. You gotta talk to the players, and it's like, man, all you're saying is communicate. And I mean, let's see how much breakdown. Let's say how much. Let's see how much I can break down the topic. All right. So bad behaviors around the table. Talk to the players. Problematic players that doesn't show up, flaky behaviors, look in their cell phone, or just the power game or the min max on their problematic players. Talk to them. Talk to the players. You feel that the game is not going the way you want. Talk to the players. You are in a gaming environment or gaming situation with a group and you don't have fun. You need to talk to the players. Do you know what I'm saying? It's so now Inquisitor said, it's about the people, and it's about the people. What does it really mean? It's this is because the talk to the player advice or category or umbrella thing about this hobby comes before the game, meanwhile, during the game, and after. Before, it's all the social contract, the game expectations, the choosing the right people to play with, organizing oneself and all that with others. During the game is bad behaviors, problematic players, and and all that stuff. And after is issues, all the issues about do I have fun here? Can I change my behavior, the way I do things? Can we do something else? I don't like the way the game goes and all that. So and also, like, what can I do to get better and be better? And so talk to the players doesn't what does it mean, and how we can go beyond that is really, really annoying to discuss, because it means everything and nothing at the same time. And that's the reason why I am so, like, tired, and I want to see, can we go beyond that. Now, if we, in terms of vloggers and in terms of podcasters and all that, if you want to change that habit, if you want to go beyond, you need to stop saying it. That's the first step. It's hard. You need to stop saying it, right? So when you vlog and you podcast, or you write in your rule book, or you have a discussion about theory or RPG in general, and you discuss an issue of communication, trying to pinpoint what you're discussing instead of saying talk to the players. That's gonna help, because the thing is that you want to break it down, because, like I said in the first video, those three categories, those three principles, they are breakable. You can precise them. You can make them more distinct, and have hours and hours of conversation by just bringing them to the most specific aspect. But so therefore, if you wanna have some kind of a conversation that means something, you need to stop saying it that way. But at the same time, even if you just change the way you say it, this is just technical. This is just technical when you discuss RPG. But if you want So I don't want to be negative, I don't want to be pessimistic about it, but I do feel like uh, it's not gonna happen. Because RPGs definitely come down to these three principles. The hobby, this is the holy trinity, and communication is the holy grail. I mean, I another thing as well. People, some guy in the comment section, don't know his name. He says I would have put "Don't be a dick" in number one. They are not in. It's not an eschatology. It's not the first one is the best. Second, it's just random. I didn't put any thoughts whatsoever into that. Uh, Talk to the player is just the most annoying to me, and because it is the one that has been used the most, and it is the one. Uh, it is one that is. Uh, the more you use it, the less it means anything, right? So that's the reason. That's the main reason why I just it just came out at number one. Now, so just to summarize, uh, the first principle of the Holy Trinity of RPGs, it's really just uh, fundamental fact that we need to communicate to one another, to the well-being of the gaming environment, and it comes in many forms. Sometimes it is just about finding the people to play with, finding the the reasons why you want to play, and all that. So that's the before, and it comes in the meanwhile for the discipline aspect of it. When you have bad behaviors, issues, problematic players, and all that, and it comes after to check it, check in with the gaming group and make sure everything's all right. And this is just so it's just about communication. And so, yeah, that's what it means, talk to the player. Now, can we go beyond that? So once let's say, for example, let's do a thought experiment here. When I'll be done with this series, and that we'll try to imagine someone who embodied these three principles. He does it. He knows how to do it. Where does he go next? What is there left to be discussed? We'll see if it's possible. All right, thank you for watching. Talk to you soon.